What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today we're going to be checking out some of the biggest and most interesting games coming out in November 25. The year might be winding down, but the release schedule certainly isn't, with shooters, strategy epics, and historical adventures all dropping in the space of a few short weeks. As always, all prices are in pounds unless otherwise stated, and with that all said, I appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's dive straight into it. It wouldn't be November without a new Call of Duty, and this year Treyarch are back at it again with Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Set during 2035, the world is on the brink of chaos, ravaged by violent conflict and psychological warfare. Squad up or go solo in an innovative co-op campaign that redefines the Black Ops experience. Take on high-stakes challenges across a wide spectrum of environments, from the neon-lit rooftops of Japan to the Mediterranean coast, and even into the deepest corners of the human psyche. Multiplayer will feature 16 6v6 maps at launch and 2 20v20 maps that'll cover Tokyo to Alaska, and will also feature an evolved omni-movement system. Zombies also returns, this time with semi-open world structure that combines traditional round-based maps with persistent progression between missions. Launching worldwide on the 14th of November for PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Pricing starts at $69.99 for the standard edition and goes up to $99.99 for the Vault edition, which includes the Year 1 Battle Pass, early weapon unlocks, and exclusive operator skins. Of course, it's also available day one for those on Game Pass Ultimate, continuing Microsoft's integration of Activision titles into the service, but only for that higher tier for Xbox and PC. After years of testing, wipes, and memes about soon, Escape from Tarkov is finally reaching its 1.0 full release, and for the first time, it's going to be coming to Steam on the 15th of November. This marks the first time players will be able to access Battlestate Games' hardcore extraction shooter directly from Valve's platform, complete with achievements and Steam Friends integration. 1.0 release introduces Terminal, a massive endgame map designed to serve as the final chapter of the story, a bit more of a PvE focus on that as you're coming to the end of the missions, the literal point where players can escape Tarkov. It's a sprawling industrial zone featuring multiple extraction routes, high-level loot areas, and new quest lines, tying together the game's year-long narrative arc. This is also going to be the key mechanic once you've gone through all the quests to kind of trigger the prestige system and start again for those that want to. For existing players, it's important to note that if you already own the game via Battlestate's launcher, you will need to repurchase it on Steam to access that version and its features. Pricing is expected to start at around $44.99, but the various edition tiers from the Battlestate store, they've got the Standard, the Left Behind, Prepare for Escape, and the Edge of Darkness, as well as the Unheard edition, I think it's called, isn't it? Those haven't yet been confirmed for Steam. Arena integration hasn't been officially mentioned for the Steam version yet, although Arena is on Epic Games Store separately, so maybe it'll be integrated, maybe it'll be separate. We'll have to see. Either way, this marks a huge milestone. Escape from Tarkov finally leaving beta after nearly a decade of development. The Last Caretaker launches into early access on the 6th of November, and I've been playing this one as a Let's Play on the channel already. It's genuinely impressive. Built in Unreal Engine 5, it's a first-person survival adventure where you play as the last remaining android caretaker, tasked with saving what's left of humanity. The Earth has long since been swallowed by the ocean, and the world you explore is now a vast, haunting seascape dotted with decaying research stations and half-submerged structures. You'll pilot your ship between these facilities, scavenging for resources, repairing systems, and slowly uncovering the mystery of what really happened to humankind. It looks fantastic. The physics, the lighting, the water simulation, top tier, giving every storm and dive a real sense of weight. The gameplay feels grounded and deliberate, the shooting and the enemies seem really cool as well, and the story has been incredibly intriguing so far, mixing isolation with glimmers of hope and discovery as you explore the abandoned stations. It's coming 6th of November to early access for PC, and it will be priced at $26.99 via Steam and Epic Games Store, with a console release planned for 2026. From what I've played so far, this could easily end up being one of the standout indie survival experiences of the year. If you want to see it in action, my Let's Play series is already up on the YouTube channel. Definitely one to check out. Europa Universalis 5 officially sets sail on the 4th of November, marking the long-awaited next chapter in Paradox Interactive's grand strategy epic. Built on a new 3D engine, it promises richer visuals, a fully dynamic world map, and deeper systems across trade, diplomacy, and internal politics. The biggest shakeup is the national agenda mechanic, giving your advisors personal ambitions and rivalries that influence policy, meaning your court now has its own personality, and your empire's direction might not always align with your intentions. Add in the overhauled population and economy systems, and EU5 looks like it's about to take one more turn syndrome to a whole new level. There are just two editions available, the base edition at $49.99 and the premium edition at £70.99, which includes the first expansion pass, the digital art book, and the official soundtrack. Coming exclusively to PC via Steam and the Paradox store, with multiplayer getting a major back-end upgrade to support long-running campaigns. clear your calendar, this one is going to consume it. After this one popped up not too long ago, Where Winds Meet finally is going to launch on the 14th of November. Surprisingly, it's going to be free to play as well. Developed by Everstone Studio and published by NetEase, this open world wuxia action RPG transports players to the final years of the Ten Kingdoms period, blending martial arts fantasy with Chinese mythology and historical intrigue. It is not going to be an MMO, it's an open world kind of RPG. Players can explore vast landscapes, practice swordplay, and meditate under waterfalls. You can even engage in moral choice-driven quests that shape their reputation across the land. Combat draws inspiration from Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima, combining parries, dodges, and chi abilities that let you sprint across rooftops or deflect arrows mid-air. While the game will be free to download, NetEase has confirmed it will include microtransactions and cosmetics, with the team stating that they intend to keep monetization limited to aesthetic items. Coming to PC and PS5 at launch, and it's shaping up to be one of the most stylish and ambitious free-to-play titles we've seen in a while. I'm just hoping it doesn't get too bogged down in the microtransactions and pay to skips, pay to wins, those kind of things. Launching on the 13th of November, Anno 117 Pax Romana takes the city building series back to one of the most iconic eras in history, the height of the Roman Empire. Developed by Ubisoft Mainz, this entry lets you step into the role of a Roman governor overseeing a thriving province during the peace and prosperity of the Pax Romana era. You'll be able to choose between ruling the Roman heartlands of Latium or venturing across the Channel to the Celtic territories of Albion, with each region offering distinct resources, architectural styles, and gameplay approaches. Classic Anno production chains and trade networks, they're all here, but now with a bit of a Mediterranean flair. Marble villas, aqueducts, sprawling ports replacing skyscrapers, space stations, all that kind of stuff. The standard edition is priced at $49.99, while the gold edition comes in at $74.99, and it includes free future DLC packs along with early access ahead of launch. It'll also be available via Ubisoft Plus for subscribers. From what's been shown so far, this feels like a confident return to Anno's historical roots and possibly one of Ubisoft's most promising strategy releases in years. Now, this was one that was originally coming on the 6th of November, but Of Ash and Steel is an immersive third-person open-world action RPG where you explore a once prosperous island now fallen into ruin. The dev team has decided to push it back, and now it's going to be dropping on the 24th of November. You'll step into the role of a character stripped of everything and carve their path from obscurity to power in a world that doesn't hold your hand. It leans into that old-school RPG feel, no quest markers, no hand-holding, exploration and discovery are at its core. You'll choose your combat style and your stance, whether agile, rapier, wielder, or heavy armored knight, and the game encourages you to dive into the details of its world rather than just breeze through it. Going to be coming to PC at launch, the visuals, weather systems, and world design are catching attention, and if you're a fan of atmospheric RPGs where the journey matters as much as the fighting, this one deserves a spot on your radar. No price for this one at the moment. There is a demo that you can try and download from the Steam page right now, and pricing wise, I'd probably put this in between the £30 to £40 mark, but there's no confirmed pricing at the moment. That time of year again, the spreadsheets return, tactic debates begin, and the sleep disappears. Football Manager 26 kicks off on the 4th of November, and is an interesting one for the series. After FM25 was cancelled entirely when the team switched engines and just wasn't ready, radio silence, disaster was striking, Sports Interactive had an extra year in the end to refine and rebuild this entry. They've moved over to the Unity engine, and it has not been a smooth cakewalk experience to say the least. And to be fair, from early previews of this, it shows for better and worse. The new match engine, graphical overhaul using Unity, they're major steps forward. Matches now feel more dynamic, player movement is sharper, tactics finally look like what you're setting up, and you have the kind of in possession, out of possession tactics like Chef's Kiss there. However, early feedback has been mixed. The UI is cluttered, simple actions take too many clicks, features are missing, the UI moves around and is just clearly built from more of a console or mobile experience rather than a PC. That's quite frustrating for players given that the history of the game is very PC orientated in its roots. So some people have felt that with the accessibility options as well, it's all kind of taken a step backwards on that side of things. If you pre-purchase though, you do get early access to the advanced beta. This meaning you can jump in right now, you can start playing and your save will carry over to the full release. It's priced at $49.99 with a 10% discount during the launch window, bringing it down to $44.99. It's available on PC, Mac, Xbox via Game Pass as usual. Still the best football management sim around, but maybe hold off until there's been a few more patches before diving in to your 10-season rebuild. We'll have to see with this one how this one goes. Second Son is planning to release on the 5th of November and is shaping up to be a surprisingly ambitious indie FPS RPG hybrid. It's developed by Grey Wolf Entertainment and published by Iceberg Interactive. It's described as a high-octane FPS with RPG elements set in an open world filled with intriguing landmarks, procedurally generated dungeons, and tons of loot. You'll explore a vast empire under threat of destruction, wielding weapons and abilities to push back against the darkness spreading across the land. Expect fast-paced combat, exploration, and a mixture of handcrafted and procedurally generated content that keeps the runs fresh. There's a demo on Steam you can try right now if you want to get a feel for the shooting and the movement. There's no confirmed price yet, but it's coming to PC via Steam and will likely make its way to consoles later. From what's shown so far, this looks like a fun mix of chaos, colour, and classic action RPG looting energy. I think Borderlands meets Doom Eternal. And a more laid-back release this month is Long Drive North Co-op RV Simulator. It's coming on the 6th of November. Developed by Mindflare Games Limited and published by Excalibur Games, this one puts you behind the wheel of your very own RV as you take a long road trip across the wilds of the north, escaping an impending storm. You can play solo or with up to 3 friends, each of their own RV, as you manage fuel, supplies, and mechanical issues while enjoying the open road. More of a structured survival sandbox road trip than a procedural one, handcrafted routes and challenges that change depending on the weather and your group's choices. There's no confirmed price yet, and while modding support hasn't been mentioned for the launch, it sounds like something the devs might explore later. They've also talked about players being able to go into each other's RVs and share an RV and stuff, because at the moment, from the demo I played and my first impressions of it, you could only have your own RV. The demo that was up during the Steam Next Fest, that has been removed, so obviously if you want to see what the game's like, I have done a first impressions playthrough that will be on the YouTube channel as well. Definitely one to watch for some chilled chaos with mates, but as someone who played this solo as well, I actually had a good time with it too. Coming on the 6th of November, Syberia Remastered brings Benoit Sakal's classic 2002 adventure back to life with modern visuals and quality of life improvements. Rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5 with re-recorded voice acting, a reworked interface, and subtle tweaks to the original puzzles to make it smoother for new players. You follow Kate Walker, a lawyer drawn into a journey through forgotten towns, clockwork machines, and melancholic landscapes in search of a mysterious automaton inventor. It's one of those adventures that feels timeless, and I'm personally looking forward to it after recently playing through Amazon, The Explorer's Legacy, another so-called classic that Microids remade earlier this year. No confirmed price yet, but it is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, and includes a small in-game gallery honouring Sakal's art and legacy, a chance to rediscover one of the most poetic point-and-click adventure games ever made. Wrapping up the 6th of November cluster, Star Wars Inc. puts you in charge of an abandoned space station orbiting an asteroid that you'll mine for valuable resources. Developed by Blackbeak Games and published by Free River Games, it blends mining, automation, and trading into one space simulation management package. You'll use lasers to carve through rock layers, deploy robots and transport systems to refine ore, and sell the results to clients across the galaxy. Hidden sectors, alien growths invading the station, and secret terminals add a layer of exploration on top of an economic loop. The visual style leans indie, the scope feels broad, and the concept, turning space salvage into high-stakes production, is solid. It might look a little bit simple in the graphics department, but we'll have to see how that one develops. PC only at launch, no confirmed console version yet, and there's no confirmed price at this time. If you like games that mix automation, resource logistics, and a bit of narrative flavour, this one could be well worth keeping on your watch list. Rue Valley releases on the 11th of November, and it's shaping up to be one of the most intriguing indie RPGs this month. It's a narrative-driven role-playing game about a man trapped in a time loop, every cycle peeling back new layers of mystery, consequence, and mental decay. Think Disco Elysium with a psychological twist, dialogue trees branch deeply, your inner monologue becomes your worst enemy, and every decision shapes the fractured reality you're stuck in. You'll be questioning whether you've uncovered the truth, or just losing your grip on it. There's no confirmed price yet, but a demo is available on Steam right now if you want to see what the atmosphere and writing are like. For anyone who loves those story-heavy RPGs about identity, regret, and choice, this looks like one to keep firmly on the radar. Winter Burrow arrives on the 12th of November, and it's probably one of the coziest survival games you'll see this year. Developed by Pine Creek Games, you play as a mouse returning home after years away, only to find your burrow collapsed in the forest reclaimed by snow. You'll gather supplies, rebuild your home twig by twig, and meet other woodland creatures trying to survive the harsh winter. It's a mix of survival mechanics, crafting, and light narrative choices, with a painterly art style and a lovely melancholic tone running through it. Price hasn't been confirmed, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to try it out ahead of release. It's coming to PC and Xbox, and it's kind of slow, thoughtful survival experience perfect for darker nights and quieter weekends. Originally expected in October, but now officially arriving on the 19th of November, Moonlighter 2 The Endless Vault makes the long-awaited return of one of the most beloved indie RPGs in recent memory. This follow-up from Digital Sun Games once again blends dungeon crawling with shopkeeping, but this time on a much grander scale. The sequel moves to a full 3D art style and introduces deeper combat, new weapon archetypes, and a richer economy system that expands the management side of running your shop. You'll explore sprawling, procedurally generated vaults, gather loot, and then head back to town to sell your findings, upgrade your gear, and expand your business empire. Unlike early rumors, this entry is going to be single player only and is launching first into early access on Steam to allow for ongoing development and community feedback. They've already been taking a load of feedback on board and adjusting and tweaking things, so it's really cool to see that. And the developers have said that the early access version will include the first major region and story arc at launch. For fans of the original, this looks like a promising evolution, just one that's taking things a little slower to get it right. Now this one's an interesting and rather brutal newcomer, The Midnight Walkers. It launches on the 21st of November and it's basically zombies meets Dark and Darker with just a dash of Escape from Tarkov. Developed by One Way Ticket Studio, it's a hardcore extraction style FPS set inside the Liberty Grand Center, a colossal skyscraper filled with infected enemies, scavengers, and high value loot. You'll fight, scavenge, craft, and extract, balancing PvE and PvP threats across the multiple levels of the building. Melee combat takes center stage here, bats, axes, knives. You can also craft and trade ranged weapons, armor, and consumables while maintaining your hideout between runs. The developers recently dropped the price to $19.99, that'll be about £16, from the original $24.99 following feedback from the Steam Next Fest in October 25. I played an earlier playtest back in the summer and you can find the video of that on the channel, and it felt promising but definitely rough around the edges. It needs polish and ideally PvE mode to sustain itself if the PvP population dips. Tarkov 1.0 coming out, Arc Raiders, Marathon, Exoborn, and Darker as well. They're all vying in the same space, entering a seriously crowded area. It's one to watch, but cautiously. Rounding out the month, solo leveling Arise Overdrive drops on the 24th of November, bringing the wildly popular Korean webtoon to life as a full-scale action RPG. You play as Sung Jin-woo, a once powerless hunter who gains the ability to command an army of shadows rising through the ranks to become humanity's most powerful weapon. The game mixes cinematic storytelling with flashy combo-driven combat and RPG progression. You'll explore dungeons, fight boss monsters, and unlock new summons and skills as you level up your character and shadow army. Coming to PC via Steam and consoles, priced at $34.99 for the standard edition or $39.99 for the deluxe edition, which includes 3 days of early access. This isn't free to play, it's a premium release aiming to blend a stylish anime presentation with high impact combat and story depth. Fans of the source material or anyone after an action RPG with flair, this could be a sleeper hit. Right, we've got a few DLC entries for you this month as well. First up, terraforming gets a whole lot more dangerous with the planet crafter Toxicity, arriving on the 17th of November. This expansion takes players to an entirely new unknown planet, one that's been heavily corrupted by the scars of past industrial activity. Toxic gases, unstable terrain, and corrupted flora turn survival into a real challenge this time around. You'll need to adapt and build new types of protective gear, purifiers, and upgraded terraforming equipment to cleanse the planet and uncover what caused its collapse in the first place. It's the same relaxing core gameplay at heart: gather, explore, rebuild, but with a darker environmental twist and a whole new world to conquer. The DLC also supports multiplayer co-op, and the bonus here is that only one person in the group needs to own it for everyone to play together, and that's a great touch. There's no confirmed price just yet, but it's due to launch alongside a major free update for all players. Next up, we have Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, Durin's Folk expansion, and this is going to arrive on the 18th of November, expanding the Return to Moria gameplay with a brand new chapter set deeper within the Dwarven mines. This expansion adds recruitable NPCs who can join your company, helping to mine, build, fight, and even trade, bringing a new layer of life to the halls of Khazad-dûm. You'll be able to rebuild the Great Forge halls, re-establish trade networks between clans, expand your settlement with the help of these AI companions. It's all about restoring the dwarves' legacy and reclaiming Moria from the darkness once and for all. The developers have said this is the most substantial content update to date, and it's designed to be seamlessly integrated into existing worlds. There's no price confirmed at the moment, but it'll be available across PC and consoles on launch day. And finally, we've got Risk of Rain 2 Alloyed Collective. It's the next major content drop from Gearbox Software's acclaimed roguelike shooter, expected to land 18th of November 2025. It's bringing new survivors, enemies, items, and stages, along with an overhaul to the game's progression systems and co-op features. As always, Gearbox are doing the things the right way. Only one player needs to own the DLC in the multiplayer session for the entire group to experience the new monsters, environments, and loot drops. However, to play as the new survivors, you will need to own the DLC yourself. Pricing hasn't been announced yet, but the expansion is set to be one of the largest Risk of Rain 2 updates to date, blending the chaotic, synergistic combat the series is known for with fresh content and a few long-requested community features. Good excuse to dust off the jetpacks and get back into the loop. Anyway, that's everything coming our way in November 2025 that stood out to me, and what a month it's shaping up to be as well. From Call of Duty Black Ops 7 and Escape from Tarkov's long-awaited 1.0 release, to the massive worlds of Europa Universalis 5 and Anno 117 Pax Romana, it's an absolutely packed few weeks that are coming up, let alone all the stuff that came out in October that I'm still trying to work through. It's been a really good spread this month too, big strategy titles, smaller creative indies, and a bunch of new DLC drops, keeping older favourites alive. Personally, I'll be jumping into Tarkov 1.0 to see how the full release feels after all these years. Rue Valley looks right up my alley, and Winter Burrow feels perfect for the colder months ahead. I'll probably check out Syberia Remastered once I've finished Amazon. I'm still working through that. And while I'm usually a huge Football Manager fan, that's like my guilty pleasure on the side if you know me, I think I'll wait a bit this year to see how things settle down before starting another multi-season obsession. Where Wins Meet has me very curious, but I'll be keeping a close eye on how that all plays out with the monetization things and stuff. See what the early reviews come in before diving into that one. Let me know down below what you're planning to play this month or what's made your wish list. Thanks as always for watching. Drop a like if you found this useful and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and happy gaming.